Hello everybody, welcome back. And today I'm going to be doing something new. I'm going to be rating big scary levels 1 through 10 based on their difficulties. And I'm going to continue the series with 10 through 20, 11 through 20, and 21 to 30, and then etc. and the rest of the levels. So this is going to be a series, so let's just dive right into it and get to level 1. Oh, bananas.
Great.
Now, level 1 is really simple, not that difficult. And if you remember the path one time, you can basically remember it all the time. And because of that, it's really not that hard anymore. Maybe for beginners, but after some time, it doesn't get that hard. And is highly regarded as one of the easiest levels in Big Scary. And because of that, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. Level 2. Level 2 right here. I see I've already completed this. Level 2, all you have to do is just press these 4 buttons and the door will open. But considering the fact that it's dark and it's basically like gamer mode in level 1, except you don't have to press the buttons, it gets kind of difficult. And because there's this monster over here that constantly cuts you off, it gets kind of difficult over time. So I'm going to give this a 4 out of 10. Just because of how annoying it is just to pass this level. Now level 3. Level 3 ain't that difficult, but it can get too difficult. It can get difficult at certain points, as in the rat monster blocking the way when you have the wheel, or it's blocking the way to get the wheel. But if you find the wheel and you're able to avoid the rat monster and just place the wheel in the exit, you will have no problem with that. And that's basically what makes this level easy. Oh, you better open up now. Oh, that was a close one. Well, because of that, probably like a 4 out of 10. And now, level 4. Difficulty is like straight at its minimum. You literally have to pick between these 3 slides. And say you pick the wrong one. You go down at high speeds. You can just easily avoid it by stepping on the slide. And once you see that's the wrong answer, and you can clearly see that the yellow tube is the way to go, is what really makes this level easy. And death is like very avoidable here. Because of difficulty and time, I give this a 0.5 out of 10. This level is just too easy. Now level 5. When Big Scary first came out, this was one of the hardest. But as soon as you get to know this level and it's playing out, like playing out the entire map, you're able to recognize the patterns on where the buttons are. But the monster here is not that avoidable, since you are in the vent and you have no idea when you can run into a dead end, which really sucks. But I say in this room right here, kind of avoidable, since you have a little bit of room right here. Let's just test it though. Okay, maybe to a certain extent. But all I'm saying that this level is kinda hard, considering that you have to avoid the monster constantly just to press a few buttons. Press that. And it's kinda hard to avoid the monster at some times, because we are, just not to mention the fact that we are in a really, really small vent. And it gets really, really annoying to find the buttons, because some people can't remember where the buttons are placed. As you see, I'm having trouble with this. It'll probably take me another minute to find out where this other button is, so just sit back and relax. I won't continue to yap your ear off. Finally. Slurpy devil. But yeah, but to summarize, level 5 can get kind of difficult because of the monster getting in the way. And it's kind of hard to find the buttons if you're not fully aware of the locations. And because of that, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. It's like the best one out of this place, but it's not the hardest. Alright, level 6. So we got the Skinwalker right here. And you can avoid him, but he is pretty fast. And you can get into one of these houses as a safe spot, which does make death more avoidable here. But all you have to do for this level is find a key in one of these houses, in which can unlock the door. But considering the fact of how many houses there are, this does take up a little bit of time. But if you do end up finding the key, luckily, in the first house, like some people do, then you can easily put that key in the lock and escape. But because of, like, time in general, monster's easy to avoid, by the way. But because of, like, time, and, like, you have to look on every single one shelf just to be sure. You have to look on every single, like, slab of the shelf just to make sure you didn't miss the key. Which is, like, you have to be vigilant on where the key is. And this monster is kind of fast if you think about it. This is a classical running technique, and I am, like, surprised that the creators actually put that in the monster, which is actually pretty clever, considering that most monkeys run like that. I don't, though, but I still find it's incredibly useful. Yeah. For summarization, level 6 ain't that bad. But because you have to constantly look for the key and be, like, vigilant on where it is, I'll give this a 5 out of 10. It's not as difficult as the last ones. Level 7, probably the hardest one yet that I've listed. Because not only do you have to find 5 rods, but you also have to deal with 2 monsters. Same speed, everything. And this level is probably the most time consuming out of this section. But you can die to the monsters. And death is kind of, like, hard to avoid to certain extents. But if you're able to, like, outrun every single one of the monsters that are in this level, then I'd consider you a pro. I mean, not really a pro. It's only level 7. What am I talking about? But anyways, like, the hardest rod to get in this level is probably the one inside the maze, because that's, like, where most likely you're gonna get cornered by the monsters. But if you're able to, like, be, like, super quick and fast and have good timing, you're able to get out of there easy peasy, no big deasy. You can also use these like cylinders or like acid filled cylinders as an advantage to like get up from that room, like that room right there. Or you just use them in general, like when you're on the floor and you have a rod, you can just put that up there and you'd have no problem with it. I'm gonna have to be quick about this one. Oh, we suck. Not every time. Most likely in a public lobby, all the monsters are gonna be free. I'm just lucky that I got one of the monsters stuck. But just be aware that not every time the monster will be stuck. Remember, this is just a luck. I'm lucky to only get the blue one. Okay, I got that. Well, this is the last rod. So, summarization of this level. It's kind of time consuming, but if you're able to like everyone knows where the rods are, but because there's 2 monsters in this level, it kind of gets hard to bypass where they go. Because of that, I'm going to give this level a 7 out of 10. This is the hardest one yet I have listed. So don't get like controversy in the comments saying like, oh no, this level is harder than that one. Just this is like level 1 out of 10 though. So like, be quiet. Anyways, level 8. All you have to do is just press some rocks. There's this weird butterfly creature that is fast. Faster than any other monster from any of the levels that I've listed. So yeah, this one might be a challenge to those beginners, or people who can't run fast in general. But all you have to do is just press the buttons. Monster's kind of avoidable, but all I'm saying is that like you can easily avoid death in this level as long as you're like vigilant. And yeah. And once you hear that click, you know that you have unlocked the next level and you can escape through there. Because of the difficulty level and how much time it usually takes, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 10. Because it's not that difficult. I mean, I've had other instances, like my first time where it was difficult. I would have rated like a 6 out of 10 at that time, but now that I'm like fully aware of like what I'm supposed to do and how I can avoid the monster, it's a 4.
It's me, Pumpkin the Pumpkin.
Now, level 9.
I want some candy to eat and I will open
level
the door for you.
Level 9 is a cakewalk.
Yeah. Find some candy for me.
Seriously, like, the first time I tried this level,
Nom, nom,
I
nom.
did not know what to do completely,
Let's
but now that I'm
go find
aware,
me some more candy,
you just have to find candy for this
I think
pumpkin.
there's some by the hay maze.
I'm just gonna get the ones inside the hay maze just to put things quicker, so you guys don't have to watch a boring video all the time. What an idiot. But he's over there now. No idea where the heck he went. But anyways,
Nom nom nom.
you can do it in any type of pattern.
More candy
You don't have to do
inside
it like
of the
by
hay maze.
Punky
Let's go
here,
eat
who
it.
just said like, I think there's some inside the hay maze, even though you just got them. Not every pattern must be followed. It's not like a requirement. Follow a pattern, but it's just like how it's programmed, you know.
Nom nom nom. That was such a scrumptious piece of candy.
But the hardest
Let's
one
go
to
look
find in this
inside of
level
one of the houses now.
is up here.
I love candy.
and you just have to kind of make a jump. But if you're skilled, you can easily.
I think I
it.
could only have one more bucket of candy.
Yeah, like.
Let's
when
go
he
look
says
somewhere
this,
around the map. I have no clue where it is. Go find it yourself.
That means like it's literally that one. That would be like the most missed one by beginners or like any type of player, maybe. But like when it comes to like completion, this level ain't that hard. But time consumptions are like the minimum here.
Nom nom
or the
nom.
maximum.
That was some very lovely candy.
And how many monsters there are on this level is just like
you.
inhumane.
Toodaloo for
like,
now.
There's more than 5 monsters here. But the chicken hut can't kill you. Baba Yaga's chicken hut can't kill you. Which is awesome. Because that would be kind of rough to get through, not gonna lie. But as soon as you're like done, you can just go through this pumpkin's mouth and just exit from here. So because of difficulty and time, and definitely considering how many monsters there are, I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. Hardest one yet. I mean, actually, 6 out of 10, maybe. Now we got level 10. The sign says this level was inspired by a crawl space. I have never played crawl space, but I imagine how this could be played out. So all I'm thinking that you have to do here is just push the buttons. And this monster here is kind of terrifying. Like, first glance, it's like creepy. But it's like kind of hard to find buttons here. Levels get more difficult as they increase, to be fair, with all the beginners and big scary. But like tips, level 10, you just gotta avoid the monster. And because this is like dark, this is basically like gamer mode. Like level 1, but gamer mode. Just like level 2. But it's not like level 2, it's like harder than level 2. But this might take me a minute to press all the buttons, because I have never played this level before. To be completely honest, I have never tried this one. First glance, I was like, nope. Can't do it. Oh, there's one. Like, 3 more to go, I guess. What is this monster jump scare? That is kind of creepy. But honestly, it ain't that bad. Just my opinion. Can't be your opinion because it's just mine. But just like hang tight while I just complete this level. Don't click off the video yet. YouTube will think it's bad then. That's like, yeah. Yeah. It's like, yeah and yeah. I only know how many buttons there are on this level until I actually get all of them. I probably won't edit this video, maybe. Like, that's a lot of editing. And plus, I'm completing these levels anyway, so it might as well just give the viewers a good walkthrough. Am I right? Comment down below if that makes sense. Yep, this is hard. This is like inspiration. Because of crawl space inspiration, it's hard enough. This is like the level where I'm most likely going to get jump scared more than 5 times. Fair warning, I might be here for like ages. There's one button already. I've already pressed that! I wish they would have added like a flashlight in this game. Mainly in this level, it's really dark. But that's why they gave us these crappy helmets. How many times I have to adjust my headset just to maintain a still point of view is just crazy. How many buttons there are? How many? What's up, dudes? I am not looking forward to pressing all these stupid buttons. There's like 5 of them, probably. I'm guessing 5 buttons. Ugh. This level is more of a cakewalk than level 9. Like, I have never had a harder level than this yet. Like, the hardest level of the video yet. So, I just lost vision there for a second. just hang tight. Hopefully there's 4 buttons and not like... Hopefully there's like 4 buttons, maybe. So this might take a while. Like I said, this is my first time playing through level 10, so don't judge me. Comment down below if you've had trouble on your first time. There we go. Oh man. Where do I go over? Over here? No. No. I'm going to have to cut this out. Over here? Yes, finally. Oh, I am done. Oh my god. Oh. Anyways, that's levels 1 through 10. I hope you enjoyed. This was like the longest one I've ever made. And I'm going to post. So, yeah. But if you want me to do, what I'm going to do, like, levels 11 through 20. But fun fact, I think level 7 was the first one to introduce, like, hats and cosmetics in the game. So from then on, like, I'm just gonna be trying to do this again. I've already had to record this like 2 times because I was like stupid. But anyways, like, I'll see y'all next time on this other video. So peace and goodbye.